Most people spend their entire working lives believing retirement is something that happens after decades of labor. Maybe at 65, maybe later. But a growing movement has challenged that idea, asking a bold question. What if you could retire in just 10 years? This question isn't a fantasy, it's a direct challenge to traditional financial timelines that often leave people feeling trapped. To understand this, we must first redefine what retirement actually means. It doesn't necessarily mean never working again. It means gaining control over your time, being free from the pressure to work just to survive. Early retirement isn't about escaping work entirely. It's about building financial independence. A state where your assets, investments, and passive income streams cover your cost of living without the need for a paycheck. This is the foundation of movements like FIRE's Financial Independence, Retire Early, which has inspired millions around the world to pursue financial freedom far earlier than traditional norms dictate. The first step is mindset. Most people underestimate how much they can achieve in 10 years if they apply focused effort. Think about it. A decade may seem short, but it's also 120 months, 520 weeks, or roughly 650 days. That's enough time to build a business, acquire assets, learn high-income skills, and completely restructure your financial life. The problem isn't time, it's usually clarity, planning and execution. To retire in 10 years, one must understand 3 critical principles. 1. Your retirement number. The amount you need saved or invested to cover your expenses indefinitely. 2. The gap between your income and expenses, which determines how fast you can save and invest. 3. The growth engine, investments or business ventures that compound your efforts. For example, if your annual expenses are $40,000 and you aim to retire on a 4% withdrawal rate, you'll need $1 million invested. But if your expenses are lower, say $25,000 a year, your target drops to $625,000. Suddenly, the mountain seems less intimidating. The second critical truth is that early retirement requires intentional living, not deprivation. It's about aligning your spending with your priorities. You don't need to live like a monk, but you do need to live on purpose. Every unnecessary expense delays your timeline, while every dollar invested wisely pulls it closer. And third, this is not a one-size-fits-all plan. A young tech worker earning 6 figures will approach this differently than a middle-aged freelancer. What matters is strategic acceleration, increasing income, controlling expenses, and using compound growth intelligently. 10 years is not magic. It's math, discipline, and vision. The next sections will break this down step by step. From setting your number to building unstoppable financial momentum. Every serious early retirement journey begins with one deceptively simple question. How much do I actually need to live the life I want? Most people never take the time to calculate this. They work for decades, hoping someday they'll have enough. But hope is not a strategy. Clarity is. Your retirement number is based on 2 key factors. Your annual expenses, your safe withdrawal rate. A WUR is the percentage of your investments you can withdraw each year without running out of money. A common benchmark is 4%. So if you need $40,000 a year, your number is $11,000. But the beauty is this: lowering your expenses lowers your number, and raising your income accelerates how fast you can reach it. Step 1 is a deep lifestyle audit. List every recurring expense: housing, utilities, food, transportation, insurance, entertainment, travel, and healthcare. Add it up. Most people are shocked at how much of their income silently disappears on things they barely value. The goal isn't to strip your life down to nothing. It's to align your spending with what truly matters. Step 2 is building your investment target. Let's say your expenses are $30,000 a year. Dividing by 0.4, the 4% rule gives $750,000. That's your FIRE number. If you aggressively save and invest $60,000 a year, and your portfolio grows at 7% annually, you can reach that number in about 10 years. It's not magic, it's compounding. This is why high savings rates are more powerful than chasing investment unicorns. For example, a 50% savings rate can cut your working years dramatically. But even if you start lower, the key is consistency and scalability. Then comes the blueprint. You need a decade-long plan that includes income growth skills, career advancement, side hustles, or entrepreneurship. Expense control, living below your means without sacrificing happiness. Investment strategy: index funds, real estate, dividend stocks, or business equity. Risk management: insurance, emergency funds, and smart diversification. When you have a clear number and a roadmap, something powerful happens: you stop drifting. Every financial decision becomes intentional. Every paycheck becomes a building block. Every investment is a step toward freedom. In the next part, we'll talk about how to supercharge your income so your timeline shrinks dramatically. You can only cut expenses so far. But income has no ceiling. This is where most early retirement strategies truly come alive. If you want to retire in 10 years, growing your income is one of the most effective levers you can pull. Think of your financial independence journey like a rocket launch. Cutting expenses is like shedding weight, but increasing income is like adding powerful engines. Whether you're an employee, freelancer, or entrepreneur, the path is to earn more, save more, and invest more. Here are the core income acceleration strategies. 1. Leveling up your skills. High income skills like software engineering, marketing, sales, AI tools, design, copywriting, or consulting can 2x or 5x your earning potential. Investing in yourself early pays off exponentially. 2. Career leverage. If you have a 9-to-5 job, don't settle for static wages. Pursue promotions, negotiate raises, and learn to increase your value. Many people add tens of thousands to their annual income simply by learning how to negotiate effectively. 3. Side hustles and freelancing. This can be a game changer. A few $100 extra per month compounds massively over a decade when invested. Whether it's freelancing online, building a digital product, tutoring, or flipping assets, side hustles turn your spare time into wealth creation time. 4. Entrepreneurship. Riskier, yes, but potentially transformational. Starting a small online business, e-commerce store, or service-based company can multiply your income rapidly. You don't need to build a giant empire. Even an extra $2,000-$5,000 a month accelerates your FIRE journey dramatically. 5. Passive income development. This is where your time decouples from your money. Rental properties, dividends, royalties, digital assets. These streams keep flowing whether you work or not. Building them early gives you a head start. Remember, the goal is not to hustle forever. The goal is to build a strong, sustainable cash flow engine that pushes your investments toward your FIRE number faster. Imagine this: you earn $100,000 a year, save 50%, and invest wisely. In 10 years, you can be financially independent. But if you grow your income to the $150,000 while keeping lifestyle inflation in check, your timeline shrinks even more. The trap to avoid is lifestyle creep. As your income grows, keep your expenses stable or growing slowly. The bigger the gap between your income and spending, the faster your journey. Discipline now equals freedom later. In the next part, we'll tackle the third pillar: investment strategy. Turning your money into your best employee. Income is important, but it's your investments that ultimately set you free. The people who retire in 10 years don't just save. They invest intelligently. They understand that money sitting idle loses value over time, but money invested compounds. The engine behind most FIRE journeys is a mix of low-cost index funds for stable, long-term growth, real estate for cash flow and appreciation, dividend stocks or funds for passive income, entrepreneurial equity or small business ownership. For example, someone who invests $5,000 a month with a 7% annual return could have about $860,000 in 10 years. Add a few extra thousand in side income or higher contributions, and you can easily surpass 1 million. Index funds are popular because they offer simplicity, diversification, and strong historical returns without the need to pick individual stocks. Real estate appeals to those who prefer tangible assets and monthly cash flow. Many early retirees use a mix of both. The key is consistency. Time in the market beats timing the market. Even during downturns, disciplined investors keep contributing and often come out ahead. But investing isn't just about returns. It's about risk management. Diversifying across asset classes, having a proper emergency fund, and avoiding over-leveraging are essential. The last thing you want is to derail your plan with a financial disaster. Tax optimization is another overlooked weapon. Utilizing retirement accounts, tax-deferred growth, and smart withdrawal strategies can save you years on your journey. As your investments grow, your dependence on your paycheck decreases. One day, your portfolio's returns will surpass your living expenses. And that's the day you officially reach financial independence. In the final section, we'll bring it all together: mindset, strategy, and execution. The real 10-year retirement plan. Retiring in 10 years isn't about luck, inheritance, or winning the lottery. It's about designing your life with intention, discipline, and strategy. This journey is a blueprint anyone can adapt, whether they start with 10 or 100,000. The real plan looks like this: 1. Get clear on your number. Know what financial freedom looks like for you. 2. Cut the fluff. Align your expenses with your values, not with consumer trends. 3. Grow your income, skills, career, side hustles, entrepreneurship. 4. Invest relentlessly, let compound growth do the heavy lifting. 5. Protect your wealth through smart risk management and tax strategy. But beyond the numbers, this journey is about freedom of choice. It's about waking up in the morning and deciding how to spend your day, not how to survive it. It's about spending time with your family, traveling, building, creating, living on your terms. One of the most powerful shifts happens midway through this journey. As your savings grow, your fear of losing your job or income diminishes. You stop feeling trapped. You start negotiating with confidence, saying no to things that don't serve you, and yes to opportunities that align with your values. And perhaps the most surprising thing, many people who retire early keep working. But they do it because they want to, not because they have to. They create, teach, mentor, or build projects they love. That's the essence of true wealth. 10 years will pass whether you plan or not. You can spend it drifting, or you can spend it building your freedom. Start today with small, deliberate steps. Track your spending. Set your FIRE number. Learn a new skill. Open an investment account. Automate your savings. Compounding doesn't just work with money. It works with actions. Retiring in 10 years isn't a myth. It's a strategy, and the best time to begin was yesterday. The second best time is right now.